Alright, gamers, buckle up. We're not just talking about the future, we're diving headfirst into the absolute gaming insanity that is 2025. Get ready to have your minds blown because the hype train is leaving the station, and it's packed with pure gold. This isn't just speculation, we're talking about games that have already dropped jaw-dropping trailers, revealed mind-bending deep dives, and even given us exclusive peeks behind the curtain with developers. You thought 2024 was good? Just wait. First up, let's talk about Silent Hill F is an upcoming survival horror game developed by Neo Bards Entertainment and published by Konami. It's the 8th mainline installment, and it stands out for being the first in the series to be set outside the familiar US setting, this time in 1960s Japan, in a town named Ebisugaoka. Story and setting. You play as Hinako Shimizu, a high school student whose peaceful town becomes engulfed in an unsettling fog. As everything familiar fades away, Hinako must solve puzzles and face grotesque monsters to survive, and confront the darkness growing around her. Next, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Kojima Productions and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It is the direct sequel to Death Stranding and will release on June 26, 2025, exclusively for PlayStation 5 at launch. The game continues Hideo Kojima's unique vision of blending exploration, storytelling, and social connection in a strange, post-apocalyptic world. The game takes place in Australia, about 11 months after the United Cities of America was formed. You once again play as Sam Porter-Bridges, Norman Reedus, who must reconnect isolated survivors through the Chiral network to prevent humanity's extinction. Along the way, Sam encounters old allies like Fragile and Higgs, as well as new characters, while facing both natural and supernatural dangers across vast, hostile landscapes. Next, we've got Mafia. The Old Country is an upcoming action-adventure prequel to the classic Mafia series, developed by Hangar 13, of Mafia 3 and Definitive Edition fame, and published by 2K. Set in early 1900s Sicily, it chronologically precedes the events of the first Mafia game, plunging players into the very origins of organized crime. You step into the shoes of Enzo Favara, an orphan and former sulfur mine laborer who seizes the chance to join the imposing Teresi crime family. As Enzo rises through the ranks, his journey unfolds across rugged Sicilian landscapes and shadowy interiors, all under the watchful eyes of Don Teresi. Now, Ghost of Yodiai is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Sucker Punch Productions and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It's a standalone sequel set roughly 300 years after Ghost of Tsushima, taking place in 1603, around Mount Yodiai, modern-day Hokkaido. You play as Atsu, a ronin who adopts the mantle of the Onryo, a vengeful spirit, from Japanese folklore. 16 years prior, her family was murdered by a gang known as the Yodiai Six, the snake, Oni, kitsune, spider, dragon, and their leader, Lord Saito. Atsu survived the attack and now embarks on a journey to hunt them one by one, though her path ultimately reveals more than mere vengeance. Subscribe.